Hey, I got a set of 3-liter Ford Ranger heads in here. I'm going to do a full rebuild on them. First thing I got to do is take them apart. They don't come with exhaust seats from the factory. It's a big failure on these. So that's the #1 reason that people take these heads apart. The valves quit sealing on the exhaust. Okay, I got them tore down. They're ready to go in the wash. Took out the freeze plugs. Got to clean the valves and springs. Okay, they're washing. All right, it's been a while. They should be ready. Time to get wet. So the problem with these 3-liter heads is they did not install a hardened seat in them. They tried some kind of induction hardening. I don't know, what flame or heat, or I don't know what they did, but they're too soft and they get sunk. See this lip right here? I can catch my finger on it. So the valve gets buried in there and starts to misfire. So what I'm going to do is install these high nickel chrome with some other something magical stuff in it. I don't know what it is. These seats are designed for propane. They're severe duty and they're non-magnetic. So I'll be putting a set of these in. They're easy to install. You just put the valve in and kind of slap it together. It'll run just fine like that. Hey, happy Saturday. How are we doing? Hey, I'm going to build these 3-liter heads. The first thing I got to do is magnaflux them, make sure they're not busted. So let's get some powder on them and get going. So I have an electromagnet. Just put it over the head. This is magnetic particle. It's got a little coloring in it. Okay, they're not cracked. Let me go glass bead them. I'll be right back. All right, I got the heads clean. Now it's time to clean these valves. Bam! That's just one of my many talents. Okay, I got it in the head machine. The valves are canted, so the table has to be candywampus like this. And I got it level. So let's put some seats in it. These are 1 7/16". Okay, I took out the chuck and I put this in to drive that seat cutter. That's spinning a bit too fast. So that's running on 238. I got to slow it down here to 74. There we go, that's better. Now the column's too high. I got to run her down here. I got a power column. Lower just a little bit here. That's good. Now I need a seat cutter. Right here, this one, and I need this adapter. It goes on here, and then the cutter goes on. Now we're ready to cut. Can't forget to lock it. Somebody asked me in the comments how I set the height of that cutter. So I go down against the seat like this, and then I come up here, and I've got this deal. And I just use the seat as a stop. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I put a little Loctite on them, kind of like a lubricant, not necessary to hold them. I got to use this adapter again. There's a top and a bottom to these. There's a radius in the bottom. Don't put them in upside down. And don't hit them too hard after they hit the bottom. There you go, now I gotta machine them. Make sure you clean all that Loctite out or you'll have a big mess on your hands. No, not like a 3-year-old trying to wipe his butt for the first time. Those chips, the chips I'm gonna create right now, they'll stick to that Loctite and you'll be a bitch to get them out. So make sure you clean them. Okay, before I can hit that with my 3-angle cutter, this head's a little bit unique in the way I have to machine it. So I have just a 30 angle cutter in here. And the way the head's designed, I'm gonna have to cut it all the way out to this edge right here. So I'll do that first. And I gotta do another gear change. Now we gotta go up to 107. There we go. Now we're ready to cut. It's a little bit faster. I wasn't paying attention in that center one. The machine got right in the way of it. Sorry. So here you go. You can see I cut all the way out here to this edge. So my cutter, this one, where is it? There it is. It's got a really small 30. So that's why I had to make that big cut. Now let me cut the 3 angles. Okay, I sprayed a little bit of dry graphite on there so I could see what I'm doing. It's the same as bluing, but it doesn't even cost as much and it dries quicker. There you go, you can see those 3 angles. Maybe you can. Hey, let's see if a valve will bounce. I haven't faced the valves yet, but let's see if one will bounce. See if it's concentric. So I will be grinding those with the stone, and obviously I'm going to be facing the valves. Let me get the other head in here, and I won't film it. I'll just show you the progression along the way. Okay, the second head's in here. It's level, and I'm ready to cut them for the hardened seats. Okay, I got them all cut. Now we beat some seats in it. There you go, the seats are in it, and I'm ready to cut that 30 on the top. Hey, I forgot to mention, make sure you check your clamps and make sure it's level after you beat the seats in, because it'll change. Okay, there you go, I hit that big 30 on there. I'm going to change that for the 3 angle cutter. And I hit it with graphite. So let me cut them. There you go, they're all ready to be ground now. Hey, I want to show you how I determine the height of these. So obviously I watched the cutter to hit the 30 out to the edge because of where I set it. But then I got to measure the stem height because these heads are non-adjustable. The rockers just bolt down, so the height has to be set correctly. So here we are, I'm under the head, and this is my Fowler stem height gauge. You see there it reads about 865. The minimum is 870, but I haven't ground the valves yet or the seats. That was a look from down there. Okay, so now I'm ready to do the valve job, but first, I'm going to grind these valves. What I'm going to do is butt them. Okay, now let's face them. I just dressed the stone, do the intakes first. The exhaust. I can't see the stone. You guys are in the way. There you go. All the valves are ground. Well, you know what? It's 5 o'clock Saturday night. I think I'm going to head home. I'm going to finish these up tomorrow. So we got guides, seats in them, got the valves ground. We'll do a 3-angle valve job, surface them tomorrow. I appreciate you guys in the comments. I really do, most of you. Somebody on my Chrysler 318 video where it had that stuck lifter made the comment about how he likes to take those and bore them out to 4 inches and make a 340 out of it. Well, buddy, I made the comment back to him, like, probably take 90 thousandths out of it to make it 4 inches. But 340 is actually 40 over 4 inches, so it's 4 inches, 40 thousandths. I said, I don't know where you get a piston. And he said that, oh, he just uses a standard 360 piston. Well, the pin to crown on that, it just don't work out. It'd be way down in the hole, over 100 thousandths. I think 130, I don't know exactly, way down in the hole. So I made the comment back to him. I said, if you're going to play a pretend machinist like you do all these blocks, maybe better get your facts straight. Hey, you guys have a nice night. I'm going to be back in here tomorrow finishing these. You guys be nice to each other, all right?